Greetings and welcome to I Am Powered by Love TV. I'm Demi and welcome to your Soul Scopes. This is going to be for Cancer Decan 1. That's going to be raining from June 21st to June 30th. And I want to thank all my wonderful friends. We deeply appreciate you at I Am Powered by Love for tuning in and sharing your comments, even your feedback. We definitely appreciate anything that's going to improve the channel. And we just, we really love the love and all the wonderful comments, and the love and support that's out there. We are doing something from what we know is very new, channeled Akashic record reading for horoscopes. Those are just very typically done by tarot readings and astrology and that sort of thing. So we just want to thank all of you beautiful humans for tuning in to us, and we're going to just get started right now. And again, this reading is for September 16th to September 30th, and this is for Cancer Decan 1. And if you don't really know what a decan is, you haven't really seen that out there either. Most astrologists are familiar with it. It's an old art of being able to separate the zodiac, your sign, by 10 degrees of separation because the planets are moving and how they impact your natal chart. And so your guides are able to better specify because they know the planets that would be moving at that time. And then so they're able to, even over an elliptical amount of time, and yes, this has a lot to do with your reading, which is why I'm explaining this right now. So over a course of time, the planets are moving as they are constantly in flow. And things are constantly in flow. There's a constant motion. And you are having to also pay attention to the flow and the pattern of life. Everything works in synchronicity. And the dynamic of energy is the orchestration as it's being shifted and moved around. And when the universe is being formed, as we are a part of that universe and we're asking for manifestations to come into our life, we have to watch for those flares and keeping the balance, the harmony, the symmetry, and the movement just steady. And this takes discipline. This takes trust. This requires also when I say trust, when they say trust, they're talking about moving into the darkness. They're talking about not just seeing and knowing what's on the other side, but moving in the pattern and the sway. And right now, you've got to go with the rhythm of life. And as you try to fight it and go against it, that force, your energy, your fears, and trying to make things happen, disrupt the flow, right? And you know what I'm talking about, because when you get in a flow, when you get in a groove, you know what I'm saying? You feel it, and you know you're in it. This is called alignment. This is called harmony. This is called balance. This is called peace. This is called love. This is called joy, right? And so when you step out of that space, it's like pain. It's like shock. It's like work. It's like struggle, right? That's where they say the struggle is real, because all of a sudden you've come out of this dream-like world filled with love and energy and support. You're floating and you're just moving in the symmetry of the alignment of the universe, and you're trusting. But as soon as you step out of that alignment, it feels like the struggle is real. I can see why that's being said out there. So you are looking at moving into this divine space, right? You are looking at stepping in to your path in a full alignment. But you're looking at it, and every time you look at it, you sway. And you start questioning, you start doubting, you start pontificating. You start going, well, it should look a little like this. I wish it would do that. If I only knew exactly how this is going to work out. Because I need this. Right? And instead of feeling, grooving. And I don't like the word intuition. And if you watch any of my videos, I always have an instructional behind that word. But I'm going to go ahead and say it this time. It's trusting your intuition. It's really trusting your soul. I'm going to try not to educate you right now. They want you to stay in line with what you're hearing. They want you to trust the senses that aren't your five. Your sight, your sound, your hearing, your touch, your taste. They want you to begin moving in the alignment of the purpose, the reason why you were here. They want you to start trusting in the creativity, the natural flow. And the beautiful thing about being a water sign is that you know how to get in the flow. Water is cleansing, revitalizing, refreshing, but it's also a rebirth. And so this is where you are. Babies are born in water. Well, actually the water breaks prior to birth, but you're held and suspended in water as you're being formed. And you are in a rebirthing cycle. And they're asking you to stay in alignment. And they don't want you to look at the illusion. They don't want you to use the five senses. In order to experience this, you must stay in the flow. So we're going to go to the Keepers of the Light here. They have a lot to say about the support of your journey. This new moon coming up on the 17th is a great time for you to surrender. Your own internal conflict with the journey, because you know that you're on it. You actually spoke it into existence. Many of you have been calling for it for a long time. A lot of you, I'm just going to keep it 100, a lot of you are star seeds from the Pleiades. A lot of you, whoa, who is that? I have a saying here, if this is your first time tuning in, if it jumps out the deck, if it pops out, that energy, that being that's with you came to show out. Cosmic gateway is open. We're talking about star seeds. You have a deep longing to go home and a deep longing to connect with the source of who you are. You came here, you're on a mission. If you don't know what a star seed is, again, I'm not going to, they're telling me not to educate right now. And Horus is opening up that third eye. This is about a light activation into the ascension of the next dimensional living for you in higher consciousness. This is an awakening. And this awakening requires an unquantifiable experience that will leave an indelible change about how you approach the world, how you live and express yourself in and as your soul, your higher self, your divine self. You've been asking for this because you star seeds know something that a lot of people don't seem to get right away, is that you have a reason to be connected to this time right now of change, the uplifting of humanity. And you've been calling for the part of your home that you are linked to, which is the field of creativity, no matter what planet you came from. Yeah, I said that. This is going to be deep conversation. That you came to create change. You are a healer with extraordinary power. And this cosmic gateway says your thoughts are like magnetic and powerful. Miraculous change is occurring. And now we're going to the sacred power cards. This is your soul power, your gifts, your talents, your skills, your soul's ability. Well, there we go. Talking about that star seed community. Want to make sure I have that right. Connecting with your tribe. And your tribe is a healing practitioner. You are seeking the sacred arts of healing, not just for your own journey, but you feel a calling and a connection to a space and time that is beyond. This is something you can't talk about with everybody, which is why they're breaking this down in this video. And you are at home. As a matter of fact, you probably belong to I'm Empowered by Love. What? Come holler at us, shawty. And so this is where you thrive, is as a healer. And we are going to look at this moon aspect. You're also seeing the sequencing of numbers. The universe is mathematical in this organization. These numbers are messages. They are activation codes. They correspond with your DNA. You've been asking this question, which is why they're answering it now. These activation sequences. They are messages. Emotions are running high. You have a super sensitivity because this is fearful, super scary, walking into the uncertainty of who you are becoming, because you are also overwhelmed with gifts and abilities. You are hearing, seeing. You are also able to do these very types of readings. You're probably even talking to crossover loved ones and guide your own self. And you are definitely a healer. And this is why this time period is so, they're saying, be bold and make the first move. You have to step into the uncertainty. This is what you were born to do, who you were born to be. And you will not be able to rest until you do. This full moon is a good, new moon, sorry. It's a good time to take a time out. Just relax. Drink it all in. Immerse yourself back in the waters. Let them soothe you. And allow this process to just simply unfold. And I'm Decan. I want to thank you for tuning in to I'm Empowered by Love TV. And if you enjoy this content and these readings here for your soul scopes, don't forget, also tune into the soulmate readings. And those are done by the elements, fire, water, air, earth. And any of our other wonderful content, our moon readings, our retrograde and planetary reaction readings. You know, when you don't know who you are, it's good to connect with those who are doing what it is that you love to do. Check us out at IempoweredByLove.com. But also, if you'd like to get some deeper clarity, get some more specific insight, and pull those records in your soul's journey. The Akashic Records is how you do that. And we'd love to hear from you. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you back next time at Soul Scopes. And thank you for tuning in.